Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome back to Grounded. This is episode 10, and we have our ant blade and shield that we obtained the parts for last time at the Black Ant Hill. Today we're going to be going over to the pond because I want to make that tier 2 diving dagger, and we might as well do that now because we're going to need it for the pond lab, so we can use that for getting into the Haze Lab, but also, it will be effective later. So let's grab our diving gear. Grab a smoothie. Grab a couple brat bursts. Gill Tube. Slime lantern. Fin flops. What else do we need? We probably don't need the crossbow, which I also made, I think, between episodes. I can't remember if I did that last time or not. I think I made it after the last episode when I was making the ant stuff. Yeah, I guess that's all we need right now. We'll take another stack of those for healing purposes, and we will make a meal because I've started making jerky. So we can make one of these, and I think the buff usually lasts like 10 minutes real time. Though, I guess this won't be ready, so never mind. We'll just leave that cooking. And we'll start a plant slurry and a mushroom slurry. Oh, right, I gotta stand back here if I want to get the mushrooms. Because I want to see what we can do with those. Also, I didn't get a chance to talk about this last time, but I said that I had gotten my, stuff up to level 5. Once you hit level 5, you get the option to kind of, specialize your upgrades. As you can see here, we need sturdy plating, which we need to make from the good quartzite. I don't know what we need to make it, though, because we can't craft it right now. I don't know if we have to get that from Burgle or something. But you can see we can either go with bulky or sleek. Sleek has increased healing, but less defense and durability, whereas bulky is just the regular upgrade. And if you look at weapons, this is where you choose if you want to just go straight damage, or you want to put it into an element. But all of these require globs, which we can't make right now. We need the oven for that, I think. I think you still need the oven, but I don't know what we need to unlock the oven, so I'm going to try grabbing a few things when we're out. Alright, so heading to the pond. Oh, I forgot the dagger. I knew I forgot one thing. Also, my base here still hasn't come under attack yet. I don't know if it's actually somewhere they can't get to, even though, we've seen them path up here. But, for whatever reason, any of the bugs that we've pissed off have not come knocking yet. I was also building this little platform up here, so if they did come attacking, we could at least shoot at them from the wall. Because otherwise, the wall is not that useful as anything but a deterrent. Also, we can probably take on a wolf spider now with this shield and sword, because what we needed was a better slashing weapon. Do we want to start off with that? Because I'll probably die to the poison. Alright, this is max stamina, and this is max health. I'm going to go with max health. And how long does that last? 2 minutes, not too long. Let's give it a try. We're right next to the base anyway. Hey, buddy. Wake up. Oh yeah, they have a much bigger combo than the other spiders. But you can see we're doing good damage. I just have to learn their actual combo again, because that is like a 5-hit. Now, there is a way to make the poison less of a problem, but to do that, we need to kill a wolf spider. We actually need to kill a few wolf spiders, but every time we kill them, it gets a little easier.
I hope all my things are still here.
Alright. We won't deal with that just yet. I'd like to max out this sword. But yeah, considering the gear that you make out of the wolf spider, I don't know why they made them so overtuned. They feel too strong for what they give you at this point. Like, it made more sense early on that they were, like, the good gear. But now that you have all these other options, the wolf spider stuff seems like it's not worth the hassle. I mean, you could, kind of cheese it, get up on top of something, start shooting at them, and I think they don't run away like they used to, because it used to be in the early access, if you got somewhere they couldn't reach you and you were shooting arrows at them, they would just book it away, so that you couldn't cheese them. But they seem a little more aggressive now, and they'll kind of stick around you if you keep shooting them. Okay, here we are. So, if we want to use the underwater gear, we're going to have to give up some of our defense, which is why it's a good thing that diving bell spiders are pretty much the strongest thing underwater.
A little less squishy now.
Because we can keep our chest piece. There's no chest armor for this set. And that has our highest defense anyway, so that's not too bad. What I really wanted, though, was to make a better spear. Because then we could actually fight underwater, because otherwise, all we have is this crappy dagger. But since we're not doing the full dive right now, we're just kind of going for materials, not too big of a deal. You can see that the Gill Tube gives us 80 seconds of oxygen underwater, which is plenty enough to get down to an air bubble. So, time to do a little proper exploring down here instead of just looting whatever we can reach and then running away. I don't think there's any, milk molars down here because you can't use your hammer underwater. But I'm not sure exactly what there is. Okay, this goes down underneath the pond. Yeah, that's the depths. We don't want to go down there yet because we don't have enough air. We'll head up to one of these diving bell spider nests that are constantly leaking oxygen. Apparently they're not very good at sealing their nest. Also, where is the fish? I think it's sleeping right now because I don't see it. And you can see that the diving bell spiders, if you have the fin flops, are not really a threat, because they can't catch up to you. Got a missing wedding ring here. Tully, or I guess Wendell, plus I don't know who T is. I don't think she's named in-game. Maybe she is in some of the audio logs and I just don't remember. But I believe there is also an audio log explaining why it is sitting at the bottom of the pond. Seriously, where is the fish? You see there's got a breached lab in here. I don't actually know how to get in here. I think there's a door underneath that'll let you access that. Okay, what we're actually looking for down here is Sunken Bones. And those are down near the bottom. I do think it's funny that we can still use our shield underwater and even parry. Oh, there to fish. Can we get like right under him without him seeing me? Oh no. Well, he tried to eat me, but he doesn't have the best depth perception. On account of the missing eye on the other side. Not easy to get a big picture of him. I think we can do something with this. God damn it. I thought we were closer too, though, to be fair. Wait, slapped out of existence? Didn't even try to eat us. Okay, well, thankfully, when you die underwater, your backpack floats to the surface, so you don't have to go all the way down. And our Might Loaf is ready. So we'll eat that, which will give us a, 12-minute buff. I wish I hadn't died, though, because I would like to kill a few bees in order to get the better spear. That would be helpful for getting rid of those spiders. Actually, are diving bell spiders resistant to stabbing? Because that would make the spear kind of redundant. Yeah, they're weak against slashing. So the spear is actually not very good against them, even though it's one of the only weapons you can use underwater. I guess you have to use the dagger. Oh. I should probably put down a lean-to near the edge of the water. That way we don't have to walk all the way back when we die horribly. Except I don't have any tools right now. All of my tools are in my bag. Nice thing about orb weavers is their first instinct is to try to shoot you with their web. And in the time it takes to do that, you can just run by them. Tadpoles are a pretty good source of meat. They give you a pretty filling chunk of meat for you to turn into jerky or just eat. I don't think it's possible, though, to get a cinematic picture with the koi without immediately dying afterwards. I don't have my lantern. I brought a slime lantern, I just don't have it here because a backpack was there, but we're gonna need that to find the bones, I think. It is pretty much entirely possible to get through this whole underwater area without getting into any combat. Like, there's one place in particular I can think of where you definitely need to fight. But for the most part, you can just kind of ignore everything.
Don't even need to boil it.
These tadpoles are very loud. Also, maybe a little weird that there is all these tadpoles in the pond, but there are no frogs in the game. So where did they come from? I feel like when you talk underwater, it should just be muffled. Alright. What we're looking for is another hole down here, marked by these air bubbles. We'll grab those before we head deeper. I do love the look of this sunken T-Rex glowing in the deep. In fact, if we place ourselves right here... Wow. Everything is not as close as I think it is when we pull up photo mode. Can we still do poses underwater? And they look real dumb. Alright, this is the other material we need. Scales from the koi. But if you look around here, there should be some bones as well. I'm not really sure where the bones came from. If they're supposed to be koi bones. He doesn't come this deep. Though he might if he detects me. Yeah, there's also a rotten stinger spear here in the T-Rex's mouth.
Science!
Science.
Not seeing any bones yet. Clay. Oh, there's one. So, this also leads us to the pond lab. However, I don't think I could open it up right now. I honestly don't think I have enough air capacity to do the little puzzle you need to open it. Maybe we do, I don't know. We could try it. This is one of those places, though, where if you die down here, it is a nightmare to get your backpack back. Though, I am wearing the diving gear, so that's a little less problematic, because at least you can still breathe all the way down here. But your backpack will get trapped by the ceiling. And there's like no air past this point until you open the lab. Let's not get greedy for bones. I don't know if you swim faster with nothing in your hands, but it feels like you do. Could be psychological. Oh, damn it. Come on, air bubble. Save my life, please. So we saw the other hatch that would let us get into the underwater lab, but of course it's locked. That's kind of the shortcut back out once you open it up. So basically, there are 3 switches we need to hit down here in order to get into the lab. And this is where you are likely to run out of air. Oh shit, they're not active yet. Oh god. This is the end. Because yeah, there's no air bubbles down here. So you pretty much need to make the bubble helmet in order to get in here. Okay. Well, we didn't lose that much durability on our gear. But for convenience sake, I am going to make a lean-to over by the water's edge. which requires 3 clover leaves and 2 spray. And that way, we'll have a little base of operations to make our dives from. I think you could open up the pond lab if you did it in multiple attempts. You know, keep tackling it until you get all the stuff you need. But ideally, you want to do it all in one go. What is even trying to fight me right now? A really far away stink bug? I think we could kind of back off now if we wanted to, because we should have enough material to make the tier 2 underwater diving knife, but we're gonna have to scan those bones first. This damn wall, I really need to build like a staircase over it.
No water filtration tablets needed.
Because it makes this trip way longer than it needs to be, because there's only like 2 or 3 holes through it. And there's spiders at all of those holes. If I built like a little staircase going over it, and we could just skip them entirely. Also, well, we don't have an axe. I'm going to say that we should probably chop down a mushroom now, because I think we might need that in order to make the oven. So that we can make the better upgrade materials. Or it could just be that we need to get a chip for Burgle. The hell was that? Something just flew over my head. It might have been an aphid shadow. Alright. Just kind of like right over here. This is close to the pond lab, but away from the mosquitoes that spawn over there. Put this down, like, right here. Set respawn. Sleep. Probably shouldn't have slept because now I'm going to be hungry, but I think we should probably put down a...
I spy.
Probably put down a campfire around here. We're pretty close to the oak lab, and I do have another lean-to and a workbench up there. Alright, you can see where our backpack is trapped underwater. It's actually quite a swim to get back to the hole. Once we have the better diving gear, we'll also do a more thorough exploration of, oh boy, of this underwater area, but right now, we don't have enough air to really make it worthwhile. And there's not too much to find. I think it's mostly just raw science. There's a tunnel up here somewhere, though, in one of the parts of the wall. The koi also has, like, battle scars, and I'm not sure where those came from in this backyard pond. Maybe there used to be 2 koi, and that's why there's bones down here. This area also reminds me a lot of the giant koi area in Sekiro, which is probably one of my favorite areas of that whole game. That whole zone was awesome. Alright. Running really low on food and water. We need to get the backpack and just jet out of here. I like, too, that you can drink out of your canteen underwater. Put it really close to your lips. Except we're wearing a Gill Tube in our lips, so not sure how that would work. Do I have any food? No. Well, we can solve that pretty quick. And we'll head to the Oak Lab so we can scan these bones and scales. Ah, crap. Keeping an eye out for the big fish. He used to be a lot louder. You could always hear when he was around. Sorry, tadpole, but I'm starving. Pebble, sprig, dry grass. There's a little bit of dry grass over there. And then we need pebbles and sprigs. Not really a lot of sprigs around here, is there? There's a bunch over here. This will give us some food, too. I guess because of the sugar.
Let there be light!
I could break one of those rocks, but I'd rather not have to equip my hammer just for that. I'm not seeing any other pebbles lying around, though, for some reason. I don't know why they're, like, rare in this area.
Better than starving, I think.
The mushroom breaks up into mushroom chunks, which we also need to scan. Seriously, how is there no pebbles around here? We're like right near the rocky edge of the water. There's also another tunnel around here that leads into the area underneath the oak tree. The one that you can fall into from the lab. I think it's right here. Oh, well, some marble. They really like hiding this stuff around now. I guess it probably doesn't respawn. Oh, good. You're in here, huh? There's nothing else of value in here. Just clay. Come on, just give me one more pebble. It's another snack. If we can ever find this last pebble to cook it. Another case of like a material where normally it's everywhere, but the one time you need it, you're in a zone where there is none. Alright, there we go. Bone Dagger, Bone Trident. I actually don't know if the Bone Trident is a better spear than the bee spear. And the Koi set, which is a set that makes you swim faster underwater. It doesn't make you hold your breath longer, as far as I remember. Ow. Why? You can't even hit me in here. Okay, you can hit me through the wall in here. That's cool. You can see how much more effective this dagger is against them, though. Oh, come on. Fucking orb weavers. I got, like, really poisoned from that one. God damn. I think they nerfed how much the smoothies heal you, too, because look at that. It's only a little small part of my health bar.
Down, Pete.
Alright, well, now I'm going to equip the hammer anyway, because I need sap to make bandages. I was hoping that we could just replace this with the smoothies, but apparently no. What we need is a upgrade to our healing and the upgraded bandages, because there is like a bandage plus, which is another blueprint I think we need a chip for. Still no pebblet. Gonna take one from here. After all that, I'm running low on water. Now I gotta go over here and find some water. But we can also reduce our food and water drain with those milk molars, so it's another reason to find as many as you can as quickly as you can.
Filtration tablets needed.
Maybe they decided to nerf the smoothies because they were pretty much being used as easy heals instead of just buffs. We could use those mosquito blood sacks too to make heal bossas, but those I thought were more for healing other players because they're an AoE heal that you throw at the ground at your feet. I really need to make a bunch of sap collectors over here because I've already had to make probably like half a dozen trips to the oak tree just to get sap and bring it back to the base. Because you kind of use sap for a lot of building parts as well. It's kind of the glue that holds your base together. Alright. I made a smoothie station over here too, so I can make those aphid smoothies faster instead of having to haul everything back to base. Alright. What do we need for this dagger? Come on. Well, if we need silk rope, we're gonna have to go back to the base. Oh, and we need diving bell spider chunks. So, I guess we will have to kill one after all. Well, we might be able to do that with our crappy dagger and a shield. Let's give it a try. Because this does slashing damage, right? Yeah. So this is what they're weak against. It's just not very good at combat underwater. Alright. We need to find one spider that won't attract a bunch of other ones. You can see, too, they don't have very much health. Alright, there's one. Oh, I think I beat the air out of him, too, when I finished him off. There was no shortage of these jerks around when we came down here a moment ago. You can see, too, that they also can't combo underwater. They only do, like, a single hit. And what do we need for the helmet? Because we need that to breathe longer. Just a lot of bones and grass. Might be worth doing that while we're here. Get the extra bones. Because otherwise we'd have to come here, go down, get the bones, go back up, craft the helmet, come back here, go down to there again. Might as well just get her done. Alright, let's top up our air before we go down. God damn it. The air bubbles are still faster than you with your fin flops. And we're hungry again, but we got all that food. There's definitely more bones down here that we saw. Ooh, here's one of the chests. So we need a mossy key for this, which is Not the one we saw before. We saw the Minotaur key before, which required the dagger that we're trying to make. Okay, we need one more bone. And then we boogie out of here. And hope that we have enough time, which I don't think we do. A lot more drowning in Subnautica, ironically. But it's a pretty quick swim now that we have that shortcut. I do like this area. I just feel that the progress is a little more railroaded because you have to basically make the basic gear, then use that to go down into the hole to get the better equipment that you can use to make the better gear so that you can breathe long enough to get all the way under. There's not really another way to tackle it. Let me make sure that I calculated this right. We got 2 there, and 5 there. Yep. So now we just need to go back to base and make that stuff, and then we'll be able to do a proper dive down here when we need to do the pond lab. But that wasn't even the reason we were coming down here. Originally, we were coming down here to get the level 2 dagger so that we could go through that pipe and get into the Haze Lab, which we can now do. And we'll grab some more eel grass, because I don't think we have enough. All right. I think that was a fairly successful trip to the pond, even though we drowned a couple times. Actually, take those into bandages.
That should keep me safe. Safer.
Put our real armor back on.
Not bad.
Top up our food. Drop this sprig. Oh, we also got a bunch of web from that, from killing the diving bell spiders, which we need to make the silk rope.
Taking a look.
Fucking castle. I want to know what's in there, because that's entirely new to me. But I don't know when exactly we're going to go up there. I guess once we get to the upper yard, we'll be able to mosey on over. We do actually have the thing we need in order to get to the upper yard, which is a bratwurst. But we definitely don't want to go up there yet. We are not prepared. That's where all the tier 3 bugs hang out. I really have to change the icon on this so that I stop running here when I'm not really thinking. Because, you know, I put a home icon on it, I'm like, okay, that's the way to go. But no, it's over there.
Nice and clean.
Change this to like this thing. I'm realizing at this point kind of how long this LP is going to go, because I'm trying to think what we need to get through before we get to the end of what I'm familiar with, and it's still significant. We need to do the Haze Lab, we need to do the Pond Lab, we need to do the Black Anthill Lab, we need to head up to the Sandbox, we need to... there's one more thing. Oh yeah, we need to do the Broodmother fight. That's all stuff we haven't really done yet, and probably each of those is like an episode to itself, if not more. And that's even with all the grindy stuff off screen. Oh no. But this game definitely won't be over quickly. I was originally intending to kind of blast through recording it, but this will probably end up being like a 30-episode LP in the end. And it'll probably get delayed a bit once Scorn and Signalis come out later this month. But that's fine. I don't think this is an LP where like the story is so present that you need to constantly be updating what's going on. I think people can handle waiting a bit on more episodes of this later on. Alright. Bone Dagger. Bam. Already don't have enough diving bell chunks for the other thing, don't I? Oh no, we didn't need those. Never mind. Bubble helmet. Bam. The koi actually makes you better at blocking. I think it makes the block timing easier. But again, it doesn't make you breathe better underwater, so it's not actually great. I think the set bonus is just you swim faster. Alright. So we can ditch this crappy dagger. We can ditch the fin flops. We can ditch the Gill Tube. I mean, we don't need this right now either. I do like the hot drop. It's good for clearing out your inventory really quickly. There's a button that does it for all things, but that one always makes me drop my arrows and stuff, so I don't like using that one. Used all our bones. I'm just using this one as a general spider chest right now because I remember running out of space because of webs. I'd have so many webs that they'd be taking up my whole inventory. So now we could clear the way into the Haze Lab, which I think we'll do next time. We'll sleep here, and then there's one more thing I want to do before we wrap up, which is get a little bit more revenge. Not on the wolf spider, not yet. But rather, I want to get revenge on the bees. Because remember, we got killed by a bee the last time I tried to fight one. So... Damn it. I did actually get rid of my arrows. Go. Nope. Every time I try to reload my crossbow, I throw it. There is no reload button. You automatically reload it. Alright, bees. Time for you to come out of your hive.
Don't even need to boil it.
They usually fly over in the morning. There goes the fireflies. I think these ones are actually a little too far away for me to hit. They're like not actually real, basically. That one is though. Need to get it to stop. A little too low. Damn. You also can't aim with the crossbow like you can with the bow. Right click doesn't do anything. God, I feel like these bees are closer than they look. Whatever, I'll just fucking run over to it. Come here, you beastard. I mean, the ones around the honey pot don't really go anywhere, so if you really want to kill one, you could do that, but you will probably aggro a bunch of them if you do that. Go. Oh, I guess I didn't aggro the other ones. Alright. Sucks to be you, then. Ow. The problem with the crossbow is that you cannot quickly pull out your shield. That's why it makes a better opener to a fight than the bow, but then you drop it and pull out your weapon before they actually get close enough to hit you. Because the bow you can do quick shots and keep switching out to your melee weapon, but you can't really do that with the crossbow. God, they're so fast. You wouldn't think the bumblebees are fast, but compared to a tiny peat, they're pretty quick. Alright, well, I think that's a good place to wrap up. We accomplished my goal of getting the underwater gear, so now we're ready to take on the Haze Lab as well as the Pond Lab. So we'll go to the Haze Lab next time, and then maybe the Pond Lab the episode after that. But until the next time, you folks all take care at home.